Now then everybody, it's Dan from homephysique.com. In this video I'm going to be answering a question that seems to be popping up a lot for me. People are asking what supplements that I actually take and use, or what I actually recommend. I'm going to touch on it briefly. There's only a few that I actually do recommend myself, and it's the ones that I take. There's a lot out there that is a load of garbage and it doesn't really do much for you, it's crap. But these are the ones that I've found personally seem to give the best results for what you pay for, really. So let me first just say that most supplements, you don't actually really need them in your diet. They are exactly what they say they are, supplements. They're meant to supplement a decent diet. If you're not getting what you need from your diet, supplements are there to do exactly that, supplement it. Okay, so in no particular order, we're going to start with multivitamin. Now, I used to use Orange TriAD by Control Labs, and I'm now trying Gaspari's Anavite. The difference with Anavite is that it has L-carnitine, L-tartrate in it, and along with beta-alanine. It's sort of like an extra all-in-one multivitamin. It doesn't have the joint support as the Control Labs, which does have joint support. So really, it's a bit of a trade-off. I mean, I use this for the good part of a year, and I've only just started using this one, so I can't really say much for this at the minute, but Control Labs, you can't go wrong with it. One thing I will say though is that the dosing on it says to take 6 tablets a day. If you're looking at the actual recommended daily amounts, they're way high than what they need to be. Obviously some of them are dosed that way for a certain reason, because they actually are proven to give performance at that level. But I find that if you are getting a decent diet, supplementing with these, you can actually afford to turn them down a bit, so you're not taking so many tablets in. For example, I take 3 tablets of this, and I take 3 tablets of this. Not together, but instead of taking the full 6 tablets a day, I'll only take half, because I feel like that is enough for me. Next up, you've got your omega-3s. I choose to go for the fish oil, but I have used like a plant-based, nut-based omega-3 blend before. If you've ever heard of Udo's Choice, I highly recommend that. If you want to stay away from fish, then like animal-based, then Udo's Choice is brilliant. It's packed full of omega-3s, 6 and 9s is in the right ratio, so you can't go wrong with that. This here is just a bulk branded 1000 milligram omega-3 soft gel. I have maybe about 5 or 6 of these a day, maybe more, depends how I feel. Next up, you've got your protein powder. Obviously this is probably the biggest staple in most people's bodybuilding diet. If you're not getting enough protein in your diet, then a protein powder is probably the most effective way of getting that extra protein in your diet. One thing to be aware of is that the whole thing about the timing, i.e. you need casein before bed and way after working out, to me, it's a load of bollocks. Just as long as you're getting your protein in for the day, that's all that matters. My choice of protein changes from time to time. At the minute I'm using this here, which is a mutant whey, which is vanilla flavour. I've used all different types of protein. I'm not bothered who it is. I've tried all the bulk blends, the cheap ones. Gaspari Nutrition Anavite, probably my favourite tasting, but the thing is it's very expensive. It's about £55 for a 4.5 pound tub, so no, it's just too expensive for what you're getting, you know what I mean. This here is the 4.5 kilo bag, and it cost me £50, so whatever. Things to look for when you're buying a protein powder is obviously the protein content per the weight of the scoop. Obviously the more protein that's in there for the size of the scoop is if the percentage ratio is higher, then obviously it's a more isolated product. I personally go off if it tastes nice, because if it doesn't taste nice, I don't want to eat it. Simple as that. One thing I do look at as well is the calorie to protein ratio. If it's, say, a very high calorie content compared to the amount of protein you're getting, then that's one thing that can sway it for me, because you could be using up a lot of calories throughout your day on liquids, when really I like to get most of my calories in from food. So that's just one thing to be aware of. Right, so for supplements from a performance point of view, you've got beta-alanine and creatine monohydrate. I say creatine monohydrate because monohydrate, for me personally, is the only one worth buying. It's the one that works. It's the cheapest one, and to be honest, it's the most effective. I've tried a hell of a lot of different types of creatine, and I can honestly say that monohydrate is the one you want to be buying. You can't go wrong with it. All the other different types of creatine out there, no facts to back it up, but I'll tell you now, most of it's just marketing and hype, so monohydrate is the way to go. B-Alanine again, same thing, great for increasing your performance in the gym. I can tell you now, after a week, just a week of dosing at the optimal dose a day, you're going to see some good performance in the gym. For me, it means getting an extra 3 reps at the same weight. Now that's a massive performance increase. People overlook things. When they look for supplements, they think that they're going to take something that's going to give them 10 times more strength than that. That's not what you want to look at. I mean, if you can take a product that, say you bench 100 kilos and you get 10 reps 1 week, and then the next week after supplementing with it you get 13 reps, now that is a huge increase. So these are things you need to look at. For creatine, I generally take between 5 to 10 grams a day. It all depends on how much is in the scoop. I don't bother weighing it out. I know that the scoop holds around about that much, so that's what I put in. Same for this, B-Alanine. My scoop holds about 5 to 7 grams, and that's how much I take a day. Don't worry so much about it. If you're weighing out your creatine and your B-Alanine to the absolute bare gram, then you're thinking too much about it. Don't worry about it. Now, another supplement that everybody seems to be taking, probably because of the newfound fame of intermittent fasting, is obviously branched chain amino acids. This is what I've got here. What I will say is that unflavoured branched chain amino acids taste horrendous. To be honest, I don't really use this that much. It's very rare that I bother with it, because to me, if I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's a very effective product. If you're getting enough protein in your diet, there's going to be absolutely tons of branched chain amino acids floating around in your body, so I won't worry so much about it. It's just an extra one of those things that you add to your supplement list, and before you know it, you're spending hundreds a month on supplements that you don't even actually need. So I got this to see if it would help me with intermittent fasting while I was cutting. You know, people recommended it, said that it helped your hunger. I didn't think it did, so I still got quite a lot of this left over, and to be honest, I rarely use it. So there you go. Finally, just one more supplement that I take regularly. On top of my normal vitamin supplement, I take extra vitamin D3. This is a 5000 IU tablet. This is a very high strength tablet. One thing I will say is that don't go out and buy this and start taking it just because you think it's gonna help you out. I take this because I found that being deficient in vitamin D3 can lead to being depressed and that, and to be honest, over the past God knows how many years of my life, I've had times that when winter comes around and when things start getting dark and cold and horrible, I get more than down in the dumps. I literally do get pretty damn depressed. Now, I heard about the whole thing about SAD disorder and that, which I've not looked into properly or had it checked up, but I started supplementing with D3, and to be honest, so far it seems to be helping. I'm a lot more, I have a much higher, better frame of mind. I'm in a much better mood. So to me, it's something that I'll continue to take. You know what I mean? So, but I obviously don't run out and go buying this, like I said. But that's it. You now know what supplements I take. Obviously, you know that I take pre-workout supplements before I train. I don't really go out and buy specific ones to use at all times. I just use whatever samples I've got kicking about. Don't get too dependent on them, because really, half the time you don't even need them. If you ever tried training without a pre-workout, you'll find that you probably get just as good a workout with one. Don't get me wrong, some of them are really good, some of them give you an insane pump, great energy and a great mindset, but just realise that you don't need them. As with all of the supplements I've just shown you, you don't actually need them. Creatine and B-Alanine are an exception, I suppose, because to get the required amount of creatine in your diet would require a lot of food. Same with B-Alanine, it's very difficult to come by. Multivitamins are obviously one that you want to include in your diet, as unless you're getting absolutely every single micronutrient and mineral that you could possibly get in your diet, which is very unlikely, there's a chance that a multivitamin will do you well. Things like fish oil, omega-3s and that, as long as you're getting plenty of nuts, fatty fish and stuff like that in your diet, you probably have that covered anyway. So again, just bear these things in mind. One more thing I will say is that if you are going to buy supplements, buy them in bulk, buy them from unbranded sources, i.e. you mean your bulk distributors, because chances are that half the supplement companies that you buy your products off get them from there anyway. You'll save a lot of money in the long run, because half the time when you are buying branded products, you're mainly just paying for the advertising, the packaging and all the marketing that goes with it, so just bear that in mind. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this gives you a bit more of an idea as to what type of supplements I actually take and recommend, and that's it really. I hope that helps for you with your own supplement choices. Please like, share with friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers now.